He's a very well-known hostage. So he's the hostage that is shown in the video digging his own grave, being very emaciated. That's him. That's my cousin. The one that's the most fucked up.
Wow.
We started like arguing, and then I was like, my cousin is a hostage. He was taken. He was like, well, he shouldn't have been there. He had dinner at my place the night before. Like, I cooked for him the night before. And the day after, it was just like 180 degrees. It was like total betrayal. Zero empathy. For me, it was scary to see that the war keeps going on, because a bomb can fall on his head, right? And that's the end. And we don't even know. Like, there is a world where he gets killed and we never even know about it, see him. So
he was once a young man with music in his hands. Now he is a shadow of himself, digging what he fears will be his own grave. This is 24-year-old Evyatar David, kidnapped on October 7th from the Nova Music Festival, and now a living skeleton in the tunnels of Gaza. Pale, emaciated, and visibly weak, David appears in a Hamas propaganda video that his own family reluctantly allowed to be shared. In the footage, he speaks with a voice barely above a whisper and digs a grave, fearing it is meant for himself. His family calls it a horror beyond words. Deliberately and cynically starved, buried alive. A talented guitarist, a piano player, a son, a brother.
Hello, Jona.
okay.
You hear me well enough? Hello? Hello?
Hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. Do you hear me?
Are we connected?
Yeah? Do you not hear me? Maybe
Yeah,
just type.
cool.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Yeah, I
wanted
hear you, but I just have the YouTube open as well. I've never
Oh, yeah, you have to
been in
mute
this
this.
space, so
You
I
have to
should
mute the
close one
stream.
of them, I
Yeah,
guess.
You have to mute the stream because otherwise I'll echo. Yeah. Wait, hang on.
All right, cool. I did it.
Okay, and you can hear me through the Discord as well, right?
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so you said in chat that you were the cousin of one of the hostages.
No, I can't hear you.
No? Okay, hang on.
Why is that?
Hello, hello. 1, 2. I'll just keep talking to myself, and hopefully, whilst they're fiddling with audio, they'll eventually hear me. Hopefully.
I'm a normie, so I don't know how to use these things, but I do watch your stream.
Okay, you still don't hear me, or?
Let's see. Volume is up.
No, 1, 2. Hello, hello, hello. Still. So they were talking to a mod, but they can't hear me. Interesting. Even though my thing is lighting up. I don't know if anyone's wanted to come in to see if they can actually hear me as well. 1 second. Hey, Rick Roll, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Get out. Did you hear him? Well, you might not hear me asking.
Speak, Loner.
Yeah, hello.
I can hear you fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Jonah?
Yeah?
No, Jonah, I'm saying if he hears me, maybe it's probably on his end.
I can hear you guys, but I can't hear Loner.
What? You can hear me, but you can't hear Loner?
That's weird.
What the fuck? That is weird.
Oh, it might be because of your roles. Might be because of roles. Hang on. That shouldn't really be how it works.
That
but...
wouldn't. There's absolutely no way it's because of roles. I gave him boxed in. Hold on, let me move him back.
Maybe you've muted me.
Now I can hear you.
Okay.
Now I can hear you.
You can hear Loner now?
It might have just been a glitch.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, it could have been a glitch, but I did give him boxed in as well, so maybe it was
It sounded for a second like we are connected to the Matrix, and then I could hear him. So
enjoy your conversation. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay.
Yeah.
So you said that you were a cousin of one of the hostages who is still in Gaza?
Yeah, maybe I'll just kind of explain how I got to even talk to you. So basically, I saw I saw your stream through all the Ethan controversy thing. And I found out your channel and I started watching. So you kind of heavily covered the subject, which I felt was in a fair way. So yeah, I am a family member. I rather not say who exactly I am, but I am a cousin of one of the hostages. Yeah, he was, I would say that he was in the party in the Nova Festival. And then we lost contact with him. And we found out he was taken like an hour after, basically. Yeah, I am physically in Europe. I don't live in Israel anymore. So I was kind of separated from the family when this whole thing happened. But yeah, that's the gist of it.
So were you living in Israel when October 7th happened, or when did you move?
I moved like a couple years before. I just woke up. I saw I looked at the news and was like, what the fuck is even happening? And then like in the beginning we had no fucking clue, obviously, of how big is the situation, what's going on. And I didn't even know my cousin is there, because we don't even live in the area. I just went down there for the festival. And yeah, basically my dad did the ultimate boomer move and he let me know through a text message. Like that my cousin is kidnapped.
And I'm guessing your cousin is still there in Gaza, or?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's a very well-known from the hostages. He's a very well-known hostage. I don't know. I don't think this will really affect me if I tell you who he is. So I feel comfortable to tell you who he is. Or
Okay, if
I
you
don't
want, it's
know.
up to you.
He's the hostage that is shown in the video digging his own grave, being very emaciated. That's him. That's my
Oh,
cousin, the one that's the most fucked up.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, he is the one.
Yeah, I know which video you're talking about.
I bet you
Okay.
do.
Yeah. Okay, so let me think. What is have you been involved in the, because I've met hostage family members before, and they tend to
Mhm.
give me very mixed messages about what it's like to communicate with either the charities or the government about finding out their condition, or finding out like if they're going to be in a next ceasefire deal or anything like that. Have you been involved in that
Right.
process at all, or?
First of all, there's like the nuclear family that I guess they just know more, and I don't know if they tell us everything because they don't know what would damage their efforts, what information they should and shouldn't give us, even us as the greater family. And we don't know how much the government is sharing. Obviously, there's always a world of kind of they also keep stuff from the families for their reasons, whatever they might be. And I think the nuclear families have more information than the greater circle of the family. And specifically, we do know, or we think he's still alive, so he's due to be released. What else did you ask?
No, that was the main thing. Just also about because I know it's not just the government that's communicating with hostage families, is it? Because I think there are also
Yeah.
charity organizations that are involved in, or activist groups that are doing that as well. Has that been the same for
Yeah,
yourself, or?
I think some people are very ambivalent. Like we don't really know how to feel about. You're in a situation that you don't really know what helps. So either you go like full power against the government, and then that can damage the effort, where the final goal is just getting them out. Right? We don't really care about we are in like survival mode, so we want our family out. It's hard to know who to cooperate with, is what I'm trying to kind of think and say here. Is that if you go with the government, if you go like full on with the government, you don't know if the government really has your best interest, because the government might have the interest to keep on the war because it keeps them in power. Then the other organizations that are against the government, then that can put the face of your family against the government, and then they might prioritize you, right? Like in the next hostage deal. So I would say that it's just hard to say. I think for them it was difficult to kind of fully connect with the them, I mean the nuclear family, to fully connect with the full-blown anti-government protests, because they felt it's not just about the hostages. And we have kind of a lot of opinions within our family. We are very diverse. Again, I don't really want to get too much into it, but we're a very diverse family also with our opinions and stuff. So yeah. But I don't know.
How has it affected? Because I know that one of the big disputes when it comes to the government is whether or not people have felt that they are prioritizing the hostages over, or whether they're prioritizing the goal of destroying Hamas, or some whatever third goal might be. Have you had any thoughts on that yourself?
I think if I'm being honest, there is like a million factors to everything. I think when people look at the conflict and they say something like, it's just because of this, like Israel is just doing war because of this, or the government is just keeping on the war because Bibi wants to stay in power. It's just a shallow way to look at things, right? There's always 20, 30 factors. So even here, I think when they kept on the war, was a million factors. One of them was that the government still wanted to be in power, and there was a tactical, I mean, logic to it. Even if I don't connect to it, I can understand that it makes sense, right? Like to push, just like if I'm a psychopath and I don't think about what's going on in Gaza as a result of it and about my cousin, I just disconnect from my emotions. Logically, it makes sense to keep on the war, because then it pushes the other side to negotiate or to give up. So that is one side, and the other would be that it's counter to our interests. For me, it was scary to see that the war keeps going on, because a bomb can fall on his head, right? And that's the end. And we don't even know. Like, there is a world where he gets killed and we never even know about it, see him. So I don't know. Did I kind of lose track? Because it
No,
happens sometimes
that's
when I
fine.
talk about this subject.
Yeah, no, that's okay. How has the last 2 years? You said you don't live in Israel, or you hadn't even lived there before October 7th. How has the last 2 years affected, I guess, your like views on Israel in general, or like your identity as someone who's got connections to Israel?
I think this is an interesting question. It's like before I moved, already a couple of years, I've been living in Europe because I kind of grown distant from what's going on in Israel, and I consider myself like kind of a lefty, or whatever even that means. And then October 7 happened, and all my environment was kind of turned on me. Like, not everyone, but a lot of people. And then I kind of, for my personal world, I'm politically homeless, kind of. Like, I don't know what is left and right anymore. Like, everyone is just lost in their humanity. Is what I felt immediately after. Is just like the there were people like partying right after it happened, which was insane. It's just like psychopathic behavior. And then I don't connect really to the full on just blow the shit out of them side either, right? Like it doesn't help anything. Like I was, uh, there is no in between anymore. It's just like either you fully like one thing, either you are like empathetic to Israelis and then you're the devil to one side, or you're empathetic to Palestinians and you're the devil to the other side, and everything is just insane. There is no normal anymore. There is no just like, if you say we're all humans, like let's just fucking chill and stop killing each other and find a pragmatic solution, everyone hates you. It's fucking insane. You just want like to stop the killing, and you are the enemy of everyone just by saying that. So I found myself in a very dark place. For a couple of months I was not only like the personal tragedy, I just fucking, I was just like fucking, what is going on with this world? And you know, I at the time I was campaigning for him. I was in a lot of places. I was like in the Red Cross and the UN and stuff because I was just in Europe and people couldn't get out. Not really. So I was here and some guy was organizing it, so I went. And tons of politicians, like really high ranking, met with us and they were like shaking our hands and saying, it's all good, we will help you, we'll do everything we can. And you know, it's just like empty words. And it's not empty words. It's something. They really wanted to help, but in the end, it wasn't the time for it to end. It just started, and I think it really made me kind of converge into myself, and I feel like it is more dangerous to be an Israeli out here in Europe, or not dangerous, but create uncomfortable situations. But I did learn like that you can't really trust everyone, and some people, they are real friends. That also I learned, like some people are just like, fuck all the politics, no, we are friends, and that's the first thing. And some people don't know how to separate that. So yeah, I think honestly, you, if I see, when I see your streams, I connect with a lot of what you say, because you're not just like blind when one side does something shitty. Like it's just like, yeah, Israel also does fucked up shit, and the Palestinians also do fucked up shit. It's just like you can just fucking ignore it. You can just fucking live in this world and just ignore everything that happens because you like something. I mean, I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And
You said a minute ago there that you felt like you'd been abandoned, or I think it was turned on by your environment. Do you mean like you like? I think that means like losing friends or social groups. Is that what you're referring to?
oh yeah, absolutely. Like a lot of my friends, my friend group were like Middle Eastern people, and I mean, it's just like in the social media space, they just posted so insane shit back then, like that the army killed most of the people, like the Israeli army killed most of the people on October 7, or like on the first hostage release, there was lots of like hostages smiling on the way out, and they were like reposting it, and I was like, how can you be this blind? Like I cannot sit with these people anymore and just chill. Like it's finished. Like, and these people know, like we were relatively close. I have a hostage cousin. People that like, one thing that was really crazy is one friend, or someone I considered a friend. He was actually Palestinian, and he grew up in Bethlehem. So he's like not from Palestinian. Not only is from Palestinian parents, he grew up in the place. So he really experienced hardships, yeah, and I get that. And I always thought like kind of have a relationship where, you know, it kind of gave me a hope. Now it feels like it's dumb, but it gave me hope that maybe we can get along. and then it sounds dumb. And what did I want to say? The day after, that day on October 7, he started posting stuff about how glorious it is and stuff like, and I texted him on Instagram. I told him, "What the fuck are you doing?" And we started like arguing, and I started, and then I was like, my cousin is a hostage. He was taken, because I knew at that point. He was like, well, he shouldn't have been there. Like, we shouldn't be there, as the people.
Hmm.
That's the mentality. Like, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? He had dinner at my place the night before. Like, I cooked for him the night before. And the day after, it was just like 180 degrees. It was like total betrayal. Zero empathy. He shouldn't have been there. And a lot of them just like answering posts and saying stuff like, I mean, like my social circle got very small after that. I don't know.
Did you feel like was there much of a difference in how like post October 7th relations went? Was there a difference in the way that you were treated by, say, like people you were friends with who were Western versus people you were friends with who were Middle Eastern? Because you said you had a lot of Middle Eastern friends.
I think the Middle Easterns, they kind of turned quicker. And the Westerners, it depends, Some of them they're still friends, but because I think in the beginning, 2-3 months into the war, Israel was like fully supported. No one was like questioning that Israel is engaged in war at that time. Slowly it crept in, and like the undercurrent, like the left, the deep left, it happened pretty quickly. But I would say that most of my friends that were Westerners, like when I say Westerners, I mean like born here in Europe or Americans or Canadians or whatever, they kind of stayed empathetic, or at least they had they know what not to say in front of me or something like that. I'm pretty I will tolerate a lot of shit. Like even if someone calls it genocide or whatever, I don't care, as long as they care about me as a human, or my family, or just, and my bar is very low, like just not wanting everyone to die, including Israelis or Palestinians. I think that's kind of a common ground that we should agree to, even though it's, I don't know, it sounds pretty basic, but apparently it's not in the main Discord politics anymore. But yeah, I think with Middle Easterns it's harder. I don't know why. I think they really, I don't know if their generation hates Israel as much, but maybe it's the older generation, they really hate Israel. And I don't know how much anti-Semitism also plays a role in there. But it definitely might. I don't know how much they hate us as Jews as well. I felt it's much, much harder with the Middle Easterns. And it's not reciprocal. I don't really have anything against them, even now after all the shit that happened. I don't think hating is healthy. Makes sense.
You mentioned being politically homeless earlier. Do you think that if you had gone full on, as you said it, like just bomb the shit out of them, do you think if you'd taken that attitude, it would be like where you live, but would it be easier for you to find like social like support networks or like are there kind of like groups there that do cater to that sentiment or no?
Probably Israelis living abroad, maybe Jewish communities here. I would say maybe like, you mean like the fully pro-Israeli 100%
Yeah.
Israel does never anything wrong kind of side?
Yeah, like if you took that position and that was like what you spoke out loud, like it would be easier for you to find like supportive groups, I guess, in your area.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that will pretty much limit you to only Israelis and other Jewish people around. I don't think that's very popular over in Europe. I don't think that's very popular anywhere right now, except in Israel. because I think Israel is kind of in a bubble right now. It's like Israelis feel that they're against the entire world. They don't really get the same news as we're getting out here, not because there is nothing blocking them, but you need to do the extra step of researching it or going on Al Jazeera on a VPN just to read other kind of news. I'm not saying that Al Jazeera is a good news source, but I don't know. Like, yeah, I would say that it would help me get a very certain kind of circle around me, but not really what I believe in. So I don't know if that circle would be good, right? Like, I'm in my base against war. So I don't think I mean the moment October 7 happened, I was like in shock and I was crying. And the second thing I thought is like, they're gonna blow the shit out of Gaza. Like everyone knew this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna like flatten Gaza. Like Hamas knew it as well. Everyone with two functioning brain cells know that if you do what they did and you have one of the most right-wing governments in the history of Israel, maybe the most like right-wing government, then this is gonna happen. You don't need to be a genius, right? So it's just like I mean, all you do with these things is create more chaos and death. So I don't agree with what Israel did 100%, but I understand how this war started. Like it makes sense it started. I don't think I would ever agree 100% with anything that any government does. The fact that it went on for 2 years is definitely insane. Like it could have ended a year ago, easy. And my cousin, I almost said his name. I mean, it's easy to find his name. I told you who he is.
Yeah.
He will be out, and he won't be that thin and that weak. And God knows what kind of trauma he went through since then. Like we know he was with other people. They got out. 2 of them got out. They told us what conditions they are held in, and insane stories about what was going on there. And then the last few months, I think 2 months, he's alone completely. And I'm actually in mental health, like I work in mental health, and that can really fuck you up, just being alone in the dark for 2 months. Like the difference between
This
that
is
and
like,
being
I take very
Oh,
non-controversial
Another
sorry.
room,
things.
people
Something
just
Some
popped
people
up
would
here.
say it's
Okay, sorry. The fucking Trump White House thing just popped up. Okay, yeah, carry on. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay, all good. What I
How
was
is
saying is
yeah,
that
go on.
like the prognosis of a human being alone for 2 months, like way worse than if you have someone else there. Just like humans are not built to be alone for so long. So every second that this war went on, it fucks us up. I mean, my life, my tiny world, my family, and my cousin being out. That's all I care about. So it also like this situation just minimizes. I just don't give a shit anymore. Like Trump, he's a disgusting man, but now I have to love him. Like it's a weird world. It's just like I don't know why I'm doing things. I don't know why I called you, honestly. This verbal diarrhea that I'm spewing over here. I don't even know why I'm doing that. I just don't know how to deal with how I'm feeling right now. Just waiting here to see if he's actually gonna be released, if he's alive, if he can walk. But yeah, I don't know.
Has the
know what
recent
to say.
ceasefire announcement affected you quite a bit then over the last couple of days?
Well, yeah. I mean, the last few days, you're just like, uh, on and off. Like honestly, this whole situation is like when you have a hostage in your family, it's like something that your brain does not know how to deal with. You either have normal people, they either have someone lost that dies, or they have someone that's sick and they have this like time with them, and then they survive. But when you have a hostage, it's like limbo. There is no connection. You don't know when he's dead, when he's alive. He's like dead and alive. And then with the hostage deal, it's like, is he gonna get free or not? Can I be happy? Because everything you do Every time you go for a vacation, you have a drink, you feel kind of guilty. Every joy is like with the asterisk that I am here, but why am I here? I could have easily been in that party or someone else, and just be down there for 2 years. He's a young man. He lost like the best fucking years. Like, just got out of the military and he was gonna go for a trip around the world, like to Thailand, I think, and shit. And cut. And when I was in his age, I was also going to these parties. I'm a little older. I could have easily been him. So everything you do, you think about it. And yeah. Every time these negotiations happen, because it's like, it's just constant, like, trying to not think about it because you don't want to be disappointed because it already happened so many times that we were almost there and then it was a no.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's how it is. Now it feels like it's actually gonna happen, but I'm still not releasing it. I'm kind of trying to keep my mental state safe. Yeah.
I know I've noticed there's been kind of like two different ways that a lot of Israelis have gone in the last 2 years. There's been one group of people leaving the country because they don't want to live under the bombing or they don't like what the government's doing in Gaza or anything like that. And then there's the other group who are people who were in the West who have gone back to Israel, or Westerners who just have gone to Israel because they feel like the isolation has just kind of made them more nationalistic or more Zionist or anything like that. Have you been affected in either of those directions
Whatever
at all?
that means.
Yeah.
I feel like pretty hopeless about the future for Israel, like if I'm being honest. That's what moved me out. I'm just like, there is no peace movement anymore. It died like years ago. And if there is no peace, the logical thing is that there is no future. If it's going to be constant war, I'm not going to be there. And that doesn't change by having war for an extra 2 years. Like I do feel isolated, but there is the flip side of who stayed are the real friends, They do exist. People that they're like the best because they just stuck there. They always said the right thing. They always send messages. They always support. That's one side of it. And I don't know. I feel like Israel is abusive, to its citizens in a lot of ways. Like the way this government treated us is insane. This government is lost all its humanity. It treats our citizens as well like shit. They just like don't see us. I mean, as a normal citizen, I'm not even talking as the hostage families. You know, so if I don't, I just want to live in peace. So that's why I'm here. I feel like the life here is so relaxed. I feel safe here more than I would feel in Israel. Maybe I have some trauma from the years of the Intifada that I didn't really process or whatever. But like some part is worse, but some parts are better. And in general, I don't think I became more Zionist. Again, whatever the fuck that means. I don't think that word lost all meaning. And I don't think I will move back anytime soon. And I also have a partner that's like she's the European, and there's no way in hell she's moving to Israel. Like not when this shit is going on, and not anytime soon. That's also a factor, obviously.
How has the last 2 years, has it changed the way that you view Palestinians? You said you lived in Israel during the Intifada, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, how was the last 2 years? Yeah.
There was some disillusion, but I don't know. I was always mega lefty, so I was like, all the conflict is Israel's fault. But I think I kind of grew out of that, seeing there's two sides here. Like that Palestinians really hate our guts in general. I think they really hate us in a really, really deep way. That I think exists in Israel as well, but not to the same degree. and not in my environment, at least. I grew up in a place that is really kind of coexistent with Israeli, like Palestinians with the Israeli passport or whatever they choose to call themselves, Israeli Arabs, I don't know. And in my area, it was always like, we don't really hate them so much. And yeah, I mean, in the beginning, I really hated them. Like after, like in the first month, I just was eaten by hate. I don't think that's a thing in English, but it is in Hebrew. Like the hate was eating inside me, and then slowly I kind of released from it. I think there are also poor people. They are in a fucked up situation. I think that's the key. Like if people actually see empathy, that's how they. If they can empathize with the people that are like trying to fucking shoot them to some level, even the smallest, then that is something. So I don't hate them. I don't want to hate them. I think they are ruled by a dictate like crazy fascist organization, and they are being brainwashed, and probably they would kill me if I was there. I think they are full of hate right now. So that changed. Maybe I would. It's hard to kind of look into what you thought 2 years ago. I think maybe I was more naive as to how much they actually hate us, and I think now I know they really, really hate our guts as a general society, and it kind of permeated to the left, straight from their movement into the left. Like it became that thing. That level of hate is how much people hate Israel right now on the left. They just don't. If an Instagram post says that Israel eats children, like look, an Israeli soldier ate a child, they would just believe it face value. No one even There is no critical thought anymore. Just hate. But yeah, the last 2 years, I think I'm disillusioned, but I think the best thing for everyone is just to separate, if that was still possible, if that is somehow still possible, and like be in timeout, fucking timeout, don't talk to each other, let 100 years pass, so like the blood gets soaked in the ground, people kind of forget why they hate each other, and then maybe there can be some form of normality. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm guessing you don't hold much open Netanyahu's New Middle East, where everyone's just kind of been bombed and forced into accepting the status quo, and that being a path forward.
There's no way that will be stable, is there? Like, can people be just bombed into submission? Did that ever happen? That they just like, okay, so we chill now? I mean, maybe, yeah. What do you think, actually? How do you see it?
I mean, I think it works in places like Lebanon to get rid of groups like Hezbollah or like proxy groups. When it comes to Palestine,
Right.
the problem is that like they don't have a country to go back to. Shiites in Lebanon, they used to hate
Yeah.
the PLO. They handed flowers to the IDF when they went into the south to begin with. A long time, seems like a while ago now, but it was only 50 years ago. I think when it comes to Palestinians, there needs to be some kind of long-term solution that involves them getting their rights in a way that doesn't clash with Israeli security. And I don't think this Israeli government is ever going to be prepared to do that. Maybe a future one will, hopefully. But yeah, so far it's not looking. I never think these things are impossible, but I think it needs a huge reflection on the leadership of both sides. I think Palestinian leadership needs to have a huge reckoning as well. But
just the intensity of violence that just keeps happening doesn't help, right? Like, because people are just hate and fear is the easiest thing. Like, what just happened these 2 years, that's not gonna help peace at all. No fucking way. That's just like Israelis just hate more, Palestinians just hate more. So the next round of elections in Israel, they're just gonna run on security, and there's no way there will be talk of a Palestinian state or compromises. And I don't know what will happen in Gaza, but I don't think the general public there is keen to kind of chill with Israel after They go back to whatever rubble they have left from a home. So I'm not optimistic. My long-term plans are to stay here because it's way more stable. And yeah, I don't think Netanyahu has any plans. I think he's just a complete psychopath, and the only thing that he cares about is to stay in power. He doesn't really see humans. He just thinks he's sent from God, and not from God. He just thinks he's above the rest of us, and when he is in power, like that's the only way that Israel exists, if he even cares about it. So anything he does is, motivated by staying in power. And he's an extremely efficient politician. That's the biggest problem with him. It's just that he's so effective as a politician at sending the message through, at like getting the people to vote for him and making the opposition look like weak against the security threats. That's the art of him. He's like an empty shell, because that's what he's so good at. But then practically, what the fuck did he do good? Like he left us open for this shit. He didn't quit after it like any normal politician with any sort of dignity would do. He got into legal trouble, and he didn't, step down. What would by any means be good for the country, even if you think you're not guilty, you put the country first. I guess that kind of politician just doesn't exist anymore. But he is just like, people say he's like Teflon in Israel. He's so slippery. Nothing ever sticks to him. He always stays in power. He's just in. I mean, I hate his guts. He's maybe the only person I hate. But he's like, I can appreciate how good he is at politics, because he is amazing at that. He is a really good politician. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree.
There is a world that there will be peace maybe in like 50 years or 100 years or something, but nothing soon. I don't think so.
Okay. Well, listen, I really hope that you that this deal actually holds and that you get to see your cousin again. But and yeah, hopefully this can maybe be the start of a new phase in the region. But yeah, I really appreciate you talking to me. If there's anything else you want to chime in on at any point, you can come in the Discord. You know where I am.
Yeah. Maybe if he gets out, I'll call in again or something if you want to chat. And yeah, I hope it was interesting. I don't know. Thanks for. I mean, I think you look at things really analytically, and I really connect with it, because that's the way I also look at the conflict, even though I have such a personal connection to it. So I appreciate that. There's like a voice that you don't hear a lot, is just to cut through the bullshit of everyone's. Try to cut through the bullshit. Question what people are saying, and kind of try to see through it. If something agrees with your opinions, still look into it and check if it's bullshit. So just want to put it out there that yeah, we could probably have a good conversation. I mean, we did have a good conversation. So thank you for putting me on, and peace.
Yeah, that's all good. All right. Well, good luck to you, and sure I'll speak to you soon, okay? Subscribe, you fucking assholes. I mean, sorry.